What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be doing a real quick review on a new wireless backup camera setup that I picked up from a company called Auto-Vox. Now what's nice about this particular wireless rear view camera setup is that you do not have to do any kind of crazy wiring. It's very simple, it's pretty much just plug and play. Now there's a lot of great uses for this product, which is why I picked it up. So for example, some of you out there might not have a rear view camera set up in your vehicle. Maybe it's an older vehicle, maybe it's more of a work truck package that doesn't come with a rear view camera setup. You could use this, but it is wireless, which means it has to be charged. So you won't be able to use it on a regular basis unless you actually plan to charge it here and there when the battery runs low. But they also sell separate attachments that are solar driven, which will keep the camera charged. So if you do want to leave it on your vehicle at all times, you can pick up the separate attachment that solar charges the camera so that you don't always have to charge it. So that's something you can consider as well. But the main purpose that I picked it up is so that I could use it in different scenarios depending on the vehicle I'm driving. Maybe you're towing a camper, maybe you're towing a boat, maybe you're towing your side-by-side or a utility trailer. You could set this camera up on the back of the trailer and see what's behind it. So this is a pretty cool feature that I'm pretty excited to try out. So without further ado, let's just jump in and let's check it out. So let's go ahead, slide this cover off, take the top cover off, okay? So you're gonna have your information guide that pretty much tells you how to hook it up and use it and so forth. So we're gonna set that aside. But here's what it looks like. So this actually comes with a screen that you're basically gonna mount up on your dash, and it just has this plastic film here that we could take off. Again, you just basically peel that off. So you have a nice screen that you can use with this camera setup. In this box here, okay, we're gonna open this side up. And this is where you're going to have your 12-volt charger that's going to basically power your screen. So we'll set that aside. And then you're going to have your charging cord that will charge your camera. And then it also comes with this mount that you basically will hook up on the back of your screen, and then it just pretty much suction cups to your windshield or your dash, depending on your layout. Then you can actually loosen this nut here and then be able to just kind of swivel it around so that you have the best viewing angle for your particular setup. And then here is your actual camera. Now what's cool about this camera is that depending on how you mount this camera, you can actually swivel the camera here up or down to get it pointing in the specific direction you want for the best viewing angle. But this bracket right here is made of metal, and this is technically set up to hook up on your license plate. So the top two bolts of your rear license plate, you take those out, put this in, bolt it back in, and it bolts to your license plate like that. It does have a little plastic film here, we'll take that off. Okay, and then on this side over here, you see how it has these little ridges? If you just kind of like wiggle that off, it's a water resistant cap. That is where you would plug in your wire to charge it. Or if you happen to purchase the mini solar panel setup, that will plug into here, and then the solar panel will always keep this charged. So that's pretty much all this kit consists of. Again, it's going to be your dash mount kit, which is pretty simple and easy. You just stick it in here in the back, slide it up, it locks into place, and then you use your suction cup here to suction cup that to your windshield. And then this adapter right here will plug in to this adapter right here. And then this side here, you plug into your 12-volt accessory plug in your car. And then that's what powers the screen. And then this is an internal battery on this camera. And then this sends a Bluetooth wireless signal to this. And that's how they communicate to each other. So again, pretty simple and easy. So if we come out here on my truck, this is a 2015 F350 XL work truck. Now this truck did not by factory come with any kind of rear view camera or even a nice head unit. It was basically just a radio and a CD player inside. Now I have already since upgraded my stereo system to more of a touchscreen stereo like that, but I don't have a rear view camera set up just yet. Eventually, I am gonna buy a rear view camera and actually hardwire it into my radio. But for now, I'm just gonna use this wireless rear view camera only when I need it, because I'm not always towing something and I don't always really need the rear view camera. That's why this particular Bluetooth setup is perfect for me, because I could use it only when I need it. But for those of you that tow stuff on a trailer, again, whether it be a boat or a camper or a side-by-side or just a basic utility trailer, even if you have a rear view camera, your trailer is probably going to block your camera from seeing what's behind the trailer. So again, if you mount the camera on the back of your trailer, you will actually be able to see on the separate screen what's going on behind the trailer, not just what's going on behind the tailgate of your truck. So this is a pretty cool setup. So let me go ahead and mount the camera on the back of where my license plate is, and then we're gonna go inside, we're gonna plug it in, and we're gonna see how it looks. So I'll be right back in a minute. Okay, so we went ahead and we got the camera set up. I just took my license plate off for now, but I have it set up here on the back just using the top 2 bolts. So if we come up here, hop in the truck. So as you can see here, I have the camera just pretty much suction cupped to my windshield right here. You could put it wherever you want, to be honest with you, but I just stuck it there for now for easy view. So for now, I just have the cord dangling down, and then I have it sitting down here where I have my outlet. Now what's cool about this outlet is that you also get a USB charge on the back here too. So even if you have this plugged in to your 12-volt cigarette lighter, you also get a USB charging port off the back if you still need to charge your phone or something else. So all I have to do now is push this in. There we go. Let it load up. Bingo, there we go. Look how clear that is. So it does come with your marker lines. Obviously red means you're getting real close to hitting your bumper. Yellow means slow down or be aware. Green means you have plenty of space. But look how good that screen looks. And then it tells you what your battery level is on your camera there. Now, when you don't have this plugged in and this isn't powered up, you're actually technically not using power on the camera. Once you turn this on though, it is going to activate the camera, which is going to start using battery. So again, this probably will last you a pretty long time. So if you are going to use this as your main backup camera, just be aware that this is not technically tied in to your electric wiring of your vehicle, so it doesn't know whether you're in reverse or not. It's just a camera. So if we just go ahead and put it in reverse here, okay, we're just going to drive back. You can see it does a pretty good job. Let me just get down to the edge of the driveway. Now don't worry, I'm actually using my mirrors in my truck to back up, so don't think I'm just driving backwards blindly. Okay. Okay, so there you go. Now this does have an automatic shut off. So if you're driving down the road, maybe trying to see what's behind your trailer, the screen might shut off. So to turn the screen back on, there's just a little button right here on the actual plug. So when the screen shuts off, all you have to do is touch that little button and then it turns the screen back on. So it's probably more of a battery saver just in case. But as you can see here, it looks pretty good. I mean, again, I'm not really looking at the screen too much, so it's hard for me to tell if it's really that choppy, but the response time is actually pretty decent. There might be a slight lag. See how it just turned off? Let me turn over here real quick and I'll show you. Okay, so let me just come up here and park for a second. Okay, so right now, the red light means it's still powered, but the screen went off for battery saving. So all you do is you come down here, there's a button right here. Tap that, and then it activates the screen again. So that's more of a battery saving technology because again, you're really only using this technically for backing up. You really shouldn't be driving down the road with a camera looking behind you because that'll chew up your battery pretty quick. Okay, so one little test I wanted to demonstrate here to see how well it works is I basically disconnected the camera from the back of my truck and then I just sat it up here on the front of my wife's truck right there, just to kind of emulate, assuming I was towing a trailer. So assuming you were towing a trailer or a boat and you hooked up your camera back there, if we come up here, the whole purpose is to test the signal distance of this unit up here to the actual camera up there. So again, if we take a step back and look, so this truck here is about every bit of 20 feet long. We probably have a good 5 feet in between the trucks, and then that's an 8-foot bed. This unit is probably about 35 feet away from the actual camera. So let's go ahead and turn it on and see what kind of signal we get. Hit my button. There you go. So it's actually lifted upside down looking at the sky. Okay, and then I'm gonna go in the back and check it out. Okay, so as I just demonstrated, the Auto-Vox Bluetooth wireless backup camera works really good. I have no problems with it. It's very simple and easy to hook up. The screen clarity is really good. The backup sensor lines look pretty good and seem to be fairly accurate. And as I just showed you, when I took the camera and sat it up on the front grille of my wife's truck, that was about 35 feet away from the display on my dash to simulate the distance, assuming you might be towing a trailer or a boat or a camper or whatever the case may be. It still works perfectly fine. Again, it does have a 60-second timeout. So once this screen is on for 60 seconds, it will shut off on its own. And then to turn it back on, you're just going to press this button on your charger and then it reactivates the screen. So it says right here that if you're actually using your backup camera on a full charge, if you use it 3 times a day for 60 seconds, this should last about 45 days to 2 months of battery life. That's actually pretty good. Now, if you're using it for a lot longer, the battery life is going to be a little bit shorter. But that 60-second timeout is a good feature to help stretch out the battery life. And another thing I want to point out too is that it also comes with this 3M tape strip right here. So if you don't want to use the bolts, you could actually adhere this to the back of the camera and stick it somewhere wherever you want. But as an option, I'm sure you could probably buy something like this that has a 3M tape that has a magnet on the back to where you can mount a 3M magnet to, say, the back of your trailer, and then you could just stick the camera to the magnet and then take it on and off as you want. But there you go, everybody. So my overall impressions of the Auto-Vox wireless Bluetooth backup camera, I definitely give it a thumbs up and give it a go. It works fantastic. It's very simple to hook up. There's no wiring to deal with. All you have to do is mount the camera wherever you want it, plug in the display unit up on your dash using a 12-volt charger, and you're good to go. So it's a very simple camera to set up. But for those of you that might have older vehicles that don't have a rear backup camera, this is a great option for you that's very simple and easy to use. But for those of you that may or may not have a backup camera, but you're towing a trailer or a boat or maybe a camper, this particular backup wireless camera would be great for you because you can mount the camera on the back of your trailer and see what's going on behind the trailer. So that's a pretty cool feature there. So this is definitely a very useful camera setup that I highly recommend checking out. But that's going to be it for today's video. I hope this video helps some of you out. Do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button and like this video. If you have any questions, go ahead and put them in the comment section and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And also do me a favor, subscribe to the channel because it definitely helps me out and I greatly appreciate it. So that's it. I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you. Thank you. I truly appreciate you all. And as always, see you in the next video.